Good morning, everyone. Welcome to all of you in this counseling session for CA Final Paper 5 Strategic Cost Management and Performance Evaluation, and as well as Advanced Management Accounting for all course. Now, first I will start with CA Final Paper 5 Strategic Cost Management. The question cases at this level are based on skill assessment. An illustrative list of skill assessment is given on website of ICAI. You have to follow the specific verbs given there. First of all, I will discuss each verb one by one because for writing this exam, verbs are very important. There are three levels for skill assessment: level 1, level 2 and level 3. In level 1, we have covered verbs like list, state, identify, explain, define. Here we have to use our memorization skill. Here weightage is around 10 to 15%. In a 120 marks paper, you may get maximum up to 18 marks question from this part. Here focus is on memorization of concept. In other words, you have to answer straightforwardly based on your books or your notes definition. But again, list means just you have to give list. State means you have to say something in brief. Define, just give text definition. Describe is next step of list, state and define. Here you have to give a brief introduction about a specific task. Then level 1 also covers illustrate. Illustrate means give example. Explain means to give more explanation or to make something clear. All these covered in level 1. Now we move on to level 2. In level 2, we cover verbs like apply, calculate, prepare, reconcile, solve, analyze, categorize, interpret, discuss, produce. Here in level 2, you have to not only calculate but also you have to give proper analysis and interpretation of a particular situation. Calculation is simple mathematical calculations, but analysis is linking of figures or establishing of a relation between two or more figures. And interpretation is one more step ahead of analysis. In level 2, calculation is at first step, then analysis. Analysis means linking of figures, and at level 3, getting conclusion from the analysis. After this, we move on level 3. Here, verbs are recommend, evaluate, advise. These are high-level verbs. Here, focus is on qualitative skills. Qualitative skills mean you have to think beyond. You have to cover all aspects of decision making. For example, if you have to evaluate a particular decision, for example, just-in-time inventory, to whether a company want to implement just-in-time or not. Here, not only financial calculations are required, but also other factors like suppliers relation, production plan layout, labor versatility, electronic data exchange, all other factors you have to discuss, because these factors are necessary and have significant impact on just-in-time system. You can follow or reject a decision based on qualitative factors with considerations of financial factor. In evaluate verb, you have to give positives as well as negatives, and after giving positives and negatives, you have to give proper conclusion. In recommend, you have to identify and explain reasonable options. After assessment of each option or evaluation of each option, you have to recommend a suitable option. Therefore, it is very important to understand this skill assessment grid and write the answer according to these level of verbs. Now I have a query. Can I refer old syllabus resources? Students, due to change in skill assessment for the scheme, it was not feasible for us to incorporate questions based on skill assessment as per old scheme as it is. Therefore, we have developed only questions relevant to the principle of assessment. However, you may practice questions of similar topic from all course resources, but you have to take care skill assessment grid, application of verbs, advise, recommend, evaluate, discuss, analysis, etc. Now I have a query from Pooja Shah. Hello sir, ma'am. I am very confused about case studies problem. Even after preparing all the models given in book, I am not able to gain confidence. What approach should I follow to be able to attempt case studies during exam? Pooja, case study is not about quantity, it is about quality. First, you have to read entire case thoroughly, then prepare brief notes about that. Basically, what is issue? How we can solve the issue? First, go through entire case study one time or two times. Simultaneously prepare notes by defining key issues. For every key issues, there may be some technical concept related with. You have to link technical concepts with key issues. Now, based on that analysis or brief description or notes, you can expand your workings. Here, it is important while writing a solution of case studies, it is not necessary to give a bulk of information. Here, it is important to put focus on quality. That's why while writing solution of RTPs or mock test paper, we have underlined various keywords, various concepts behind the solution. Accordingly, you have to focus or write keywords. Keywords are the success behind the good case studies. Therefore, planning step is very important. Before starting a skill assessment based question or case studies or case scenario, it would be great if you can develop a brief plan for that. After planning for a particular case, you have to identify the impact of alternative actions that could be taken, as well as you have to identify relevant concepts and calculation required. For example, in this particular mock, here the case study based on concept of supply chain management, it has been required that the company is considering implementation of a supply chain management system. Will a supply chain management system be of use of Z Electronics in light of e-commerce venture? You are required to explain the concept of supply chain management and evaluate the applicability of in the current case. This case study is based on supply chain management concept. In solution, please see this portion. The main issue has been discussed. Basically, in this particular case study, company is facing problem due to long delivery cycle. The problem is for this particular case is long delivery cycle. Store managers are allowed to submit only one order per month. High level inventories, longer working cycles. Therefore, here you have to identify solution of this problem. The solution of this problem is e-commerce. E-commerce. Now you have to link your solution with e-commerce. Now, for writing case studies, it is very important to write answer in logical flow. Logical flow means you have to link all concepts or connect one by one. And simultaneously you have to offer a detailed analysis of the problem. Whenever you give a detailed analysis, it is also very important to give a proper recommendation about a particular point. For example, here thus in solution, in logistic is backbone of e-commerce setup, and it is very important. But for logistic, it is very important to train our workers about the requirement of the system. Here we have to consider a decision about the outsourcing also. It means for a particular point you have to explain in details. Next important thing is quality of discussion is very important. Discussion means argument with some positives or with some negatives. Recommendation is what to do, why to do, and how to do it. Sometimes there may be ethical issues involved in a particular case. You have to identify and write accordingly. For case studies, it is also very important to write conclusion at the end. Or overall, practice makes you perfect. You have to do practice, practice, and practice. To sum up, for practicing a case study, it is very important to know about the facts. The technical knowledge behind the concepts is very important. You can easily draft or solve a solution if you know the particular concept. Now I will discuss this very good question of mock test paper. This is based on building block model. Here it has been required to analyze the performance relative to the other centers and explain the standard and reward blocks support the dimensions of block in case of building block model. The Soup Limited offers a range of beauty parlor services like hair care, body care, manicure, pedicure, skin care, etc. It has 150 centers across the country. The business of a beauty parlor is extremely competitive in all regions. Each center operates autonomously and managers are able to offer customized services. Soup's mission statement is to inspire and enhance beauty by using knowledge and experience. Please note, in a question or in a case, it is very important to define properly mission statement or vision statement, because the performance measurement is entirely based on company's mission and vision statement. Vision of a company determines its mission statement. Mission statement determines its goal. Goals are unquantified. Goals determines its objectives, then objectives set its KPIs. Therefore, it is very important to gain understanding of mission vision statement of an organization when doing a particular question or particular case study. Here, Soup's mission statement is to inspire and enhance beauty by using knowledge and experience. To establish long-term relationship of trust and commitment with clients who want to provide their client highest level of service satisfaction with emphasis on. It means they want to provide highest level of satisfaction to their customer. They can provide highest level of satisfaction through service customization, professional work, clinical responsibility, clients feedback. Company has developed a website where it creates blogs, post high quality content related to beauty tips. Website is also connected to social media to reach customers. If a customer searches Soup's service on search engine, it automatically redirects to the place of nearest service center. Soup's all services are presently booking through online channel. Results for one of the center group are given below. The column headed center shows the average figures for all centers. In this question, you have given average figures of all centers: average revenue, average gross profit, average number of senior beauticians, average number of junior beauticians, number of website hits, total number of service booked online and completed, number of service taken from repeat customers, the total time spent completing jobs, number of new packages, customer percentage in terms of feedback forms showing score of 9 or 10. You have given centers information, groups information as well as average center information. You have to compare both informations with the help of given data, and it has been clearly mentioned in the question that you have to analyze the performance based on building block performance model. Now, to analyze this performance, you have to apply dimensions of building block model. Dimensions of building block models are innovation, resources, competitiveness, financial, quality. You have to identify particular data and link the same with dimensions of building block model. This is very easy and straightforward question, but it is important to identify particular dimensions, data related to particular dimensions. Here they have given you notes. Beauticians are categorized as senior if they have been qualified for more than 3 years. Junior beauticians includes both trainees beauticians and beauticians who have been qualified for less than 3 years. The group launched 3-year service pack during the year. First is free coupon of worth rupees 600 for services over and above rupees 1200. Second is a head massage costing only rupees 240 instead of the usual rupees 480 for 10 days advance booking. A third is a haircut of rupees 120 will be charged, which usually cost rupees 360 for all customers booking the hair spa. These three new service packs produced revenues 7,92,000, 6,96,000 and 6,48,000 respectively. Two comparable new services packs developed by other centers produced revenues of rupees 5,28,000 and 5,04,000. Customer to rate the particular center from 1 to 10 in an online feedback form, with 10 being the best. Now analyze the group's performance. First dimension is financial performance. Here financial performance can be measured through gross profit ratio or gross profit margin. In this question, if we compute gross profit margin through these two figures, then margin would be average center's margin is 47.28% and Roop's gross profit margin is 53.15%. This is simply calculation. Roop's margin is higher than the average center's margin. But how? How it is higher? What is the reason behind this higher margin? You have to analyze. You have to link with the figures given in the question. It is very straightforward to see that gross profit margin is 5.87% higher. But why? It is because of Roop launched 3 service packs during the year. Maybe innovation is the reason behind this increase in gross profit ratio. Our gross profit has been increased by more than 5%. But what is the reason behind this? The reason behind this is maybe the innovation, because during this year the Roop has launched 3 service packs. And second, if we can see the ratio of senior beauticians to junior beauticians. In Roop, number of junior beauticians are 60 and senior beauticians are 90. And in average center beauticians are 55, junior beauticians are 55 in comparison to 110 senior beauticians. Average centers ratio is 2, but Roop's ratio is less. This may be another reason for higher gross profit ratio, because for junior beauticians we are paying lesser amount. Next factor is competitiveness. Competitiveness can be measured through number of hits converted into sales. In average center, in a particular center, the ratio is 63.71%, while Roop's ratio is 66.06%. It means Roop's performance is better. Next dimension is quality of service. Quality of service is depends upon number of repeat customers. If we see the ratio of a particular center is 13.08%, against which Roop's percentage is 15.23%, which is higher. Again, this is a good performance indicator, but the reason for behind this, we have to also identify reason behind this. We have significant we have a number of trainee staff also, but against which we are giving good services. Maybe our experienced staff is more dedicated towards the service. Dedication of staff or commitment of staff is very important. That's why quality is higher in case of Roop. Another is flexibility. Flexibility can be measured through time taken, and time taken in case of Roop is 2.43 hours. Average time is 2.43 hours for a particular job or assignment, but in case of other centers it is 2.11. It means in Roop we are taking higher time. Maybe this is due to unexperienced staff, or maybe due to Roop is doing very comprehensive or extensive job. That's why this ratio is very higher. And last factor is resource utilization. Resource utilization is resource in a service center. Our key resource is our staff. That's why we have to set a link through our manpower. Therefore, we have computed revenue per beautician. Revenue per beautician is 60,840 in Roop, and in average centers it is 65,860. Revenue per beautician is less in case of Roop. Maybe this is due to extra time taken by the Roop's staff. All factors are linked one by one to each other. Students, now I will give you some tips regarding your examination, uh, how to secure good marks in your exam. First of all, practice is key. Practice is key for success, whether in AMA subject or strategic cost management. You have to do practice, 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 and practice. Don't audit the questions. Try to solve each question independently on your notebook. Sometimes we get query from students, sir, we are unable to remember this particular concept, or when we are solving the question again and again, we are unable to tackle the problem. The reason behind this, some students do auditing of questions instead of solving the question independently. Each and every question is important. You have to solve each question independently on your notebook. Second point is all concepts are very important. No one concept is less important or no one concept is more important. All concepts are equally important. You have to give proper emphasis on every concept. Sometimes some concepts are very important and they can be understood through the questions only. Sometimes few questions give you better understanding of concepts. Whenever you try to solve a particular case study, or a question or a case scenario. By solving that particular question, you will be able to identify particular concept or gain knowledge of concept. That's why try to solve the question by linking through concepts. Whenever you are writing a whenever you are writing an exam, then try to underline key concepts. It is very useful. For advanced management accounting student, try to catch the theory in the end. You may write theory at the end very easily, but it is very difficult to write numerical portion at the last moment of the exam. Study material, RTP, question hosted on websites are important resources of preparation of exam. Don't ignore any particular question. Every question is important. Proper planning of question paper is very important. In examination hall, in first 15 minutes, you should make your proper plan. Don't pick comprehensive type questions first. If you pick the comprehensive question first and you stuck in the middle, in that case, that question will kill your time for other good questions. That's why proper planning is very important, whether it is in AMA or in strategic cost management. Mock test is very good for the practice. Students, please share your queries. This query is from Sami Jan. Please, sir, I am afraid of lengthy paper like November 19. How to handle? Sami, it is possible to handle easily. It depends on again your practice. Practice is very important. It depends on how many times you have done the question. At least practice, 2 to 3 times practice is necessary to get complete hold on the questions. Now I will take a question from Advanced Management Accounting. Kitchen King Limited manufactures consumer durable products in a very highly competitive market. Market is very highly competitive. Okay. KKL is considering launching a new product, kitchen care, into the market and gathered the following data. Expected market price 5,000 per unit, direct material cost 1850 per unit, direct labor cost rupees 80 per hour, variable overhead cost 1000 per unit. Packing machine cost is specially to be purchased for this product is 5 lakh. KKL expects the selling price for the new product will continue throughout the product's life and a total of 1000 units can be sold over the entire lifetime of the product. It means total we can sell 1000 units over entire lifetime of the product. Direct labor costs are expected to reduce as the volume of output increases due to the effects of 80% learning curve. The expected time to be taken for the first unit is 30 hours and the learning effect is expected to end after 250 units. Units produced after first 250 units will take the same time as the 250th unit. Calculate the expected total labor hours over the lifetime of the product kitchen care. Profitability of the product kitchen care that KKL will earn over the lifetime of the product. Average target labor cost per unit over the lifetime of the product if KKL requires average profit of 800 per unit to achieve its long-term objective. Okay. Now, kitchen care is manufacturing a product and its total life cycle units are 1000 units. In first step, we have to find or compute total labor hours. Here it is very important to note that the expected time to be taken for first unit is 30 hours and the learning effect is expected to end after 250 units have been produced. Units after first 250 units will take same time. Okay. First, I have to compute total labor hours over the lifetime of the product. I have to compute average time required for 250th unit. time required for 250th unit. First, I have to compute time required, time needed up to 25th to 250th unit through learning curve, because learning curve options are available till 250th unit. After this, I will compute the balance 750 units time through the rate of 250th unit. The total time for 250th unit. First, I will compute total time for 250th unit. To get time for 250th unit, I have to compute average time for 250 units. Average time to compute 250 units by applying learning curve formula is 5.073 hours, and total time for 250 units is 1268.25 hours. Similarly, I will compute the average time per unit for 249 units is 5.079 hours, and total time for 249 units by applying learning curve formula is 1264.67 hours. And time for 250th unit is 3.58 hours. Total time required for 1000 units is total time required for 250 units is 1268.25 hours, and time required for balance 750 units is 750 units multiply by 3.58 hours. Total time required for 1000 units is 3953.25 hours. Now, I will compute profitability of the product for kitchen care. This is my lifetime sale will be 1000 units. Accordingly, sale price of the same will be 50 lakhs. Similarly, I will compute direct material and direct overheads for 1000 units, and this is packing machine cost, and this is labor cost for 1000 units for entire product life, and this is my 3,16,260, and profitability of entire products life is 13,33,740. In third portion, it has been requested to compute average target labor cost per unit over the lifetime of product if KKL requires average profit of 800 per unit. This question is based on target costing concept. Here, to compute target time, target average labor cost per unit, you have to find first target cost. Expected sale value for the entire products like is 50 lakhs less. Desired profit which has been given in the question is 800 per unit. Accordingly, desired profit for 1000 units at the rate rupees 800, it will be 8 lakhs. Total target cost I have to achieve is 42 lakhs. Direct material 1000 units at the rate 1850. Variable cost as usual 1000 into 1000. Taxing machine cost as usual. Target cost I have to achieve is 8,50,000 units. Average target cost per unit is rupees 850. This is a good question. That's why I have tried to explain. Now there is a query from Gigi Josh. Sir, for the theories of SCMPE, can we write in bullet points or is it required to be in subheadings or explanations? Gigi Josh, first of all, this is not theory. This is basically analysis, interpretation, evaluation, or advice. It depends upon particular type of question or case scenario or case study given. However, it is very important to underline keywords or key concepts in between the explanations. For example, if a question requires you to advise about export decision, suppose in a question you have given direct material cost, direct labor cost, variable overhead cost, then you have to advise about a particular export decision. You have to advise about a particular export decision. After considering relevant cost, you get uh, a financial positive figure, then you are going to give advice based on qualitative factors such as pastel analysis or shipping delivery time. You are going to mention other factors. You have to give some brief explanations, but it will very important if you underline keywords like spatial analysis, like Mendel's matrix, like uh, name of particular model, like for example, if a question requires you to advise on just in time where suppliers relation is keyword, you have to highlight particular word suppliers relation, then it will be very good for you. This question is related to your pricing decision chapter. State the appropriate pricing policy in each of the following independent situations. A is a new product for the company and the market and mean for large scale of production and long-term survival in the market. Demand is expected to be elastic. A is a new product. In case of new product, you have to identify which pricing policy you have to follow. In this question, product A is new for the company. This is product is new for the company and the market both. Large scale of production and long-term survival is necessary. Demand is expected to be elastic. In B is a new product for the company but not for the market. B's success is crucial for the company's survival in long term. Product C is new product to the company and the market and it has elastic market. There needs to be an assured profit to cover high initial cost. And D is a perishable item with more than 80% of its shelf life over. Here it has written demand is expected to be elastic. Therefore, here we have to follow market penetration pricing policy. We will try to keep our price low. Since demand is expected to be elastic, it means our consumer is very sensible for product pricing. We can gain higher and higher market share by using this pricing policy. Product B is new for the company but not for market. It means product is already existed in the market. Then we have no choice otherwise than to follow market price or sell the product below market price. Regards product C. C is new product and demand is inelastic. It means no impact on consumer for setting the price and we have to cover high initial costs. Then in that case we have to follow scheming pricing policy. D is a perishable item, okay, with more than 80% of the shelf life cover. If product is perishable, then we can sell it any cash realizable value. Welcome, Gigi Jos. Students, please share your queries. Now, here I want to discuss with you an important point. Whenever you are going to write a whenever you are going to write a particular exam, then you may start writing from left side page. For, for right side page, you may use for working notes. It means you can entirely cover your question, you may entirely cover your solution on both pages. In that case, you have not to shift your page again and again. Start from left and try to finish the question till the end of right page, and try to make notes or working notes on right side of page. It may be very useful for you. Students, this type of theory questions you may cover at the last 15 or 20 minutes. You can easily write these types of theory questions. new course student may see here how the verbs have been used in a particular question or case studies. In the case study given in mock, verbs have been used explain and evaluate. Explain, here you have to write a straightforward answer by explaining the concept of supply chain management. Here you can easily write about supply chain management from the starting of raw material supplier to customer. Here you have to evaluate the applicability of the supply chain management in current case. Evaluate means you have to think about scenarios whether you can implement the supply chain management in a organization. You have to see what issues are in your favor and what issues are your against, and then you have to give a proper conclusion. In second question, using the financial data, carry out a Pareto analysis and discuss your findings. Pareto analysis and discuss your findings with appropriate recommendations. If you see solution, then you can check how recommendations have been given. This question I have already discussed with you. Explain, here again, explain, here simply you have to write theory. This is theory. Explain, here I can say this is theory portion. But analysis of roof's performance is not a theory. It is proper analysis of figures. In 4a, the verb have been used. Verb has been used. Comment. Simple comment. You have to comment on this issue. This is just in time, short case scenario on just in time, and here it is showing the supplier's importance. That's why you have to simply comment. Here again, higher level of verb advice has been used. This is simple level 2 question preparation, very easy. This question is simply based on computation. Transfer pricing question. See, no explanation or analysis have been given in the question. Only calculations have been given in the question. Because question requires you to compute, then we have computed the figures only. No analysis is needed in this question. Now, this particular question is required analysis. Therefore, in this question 5a, we have given proper analysis by linking the figures. See, This is proper analysis. Next question requires you to discuss and advise. High level verb again. Question 6a requires you high level verb, recommend, analyze and advise. Again, in analysis, we have given you proper analysis, proper linking of figures. Analysis means proper linking of figures. This is a standard costing question. Again, verb is comment. It again belongs to level 2. It is equivalent to analysis or interpretation. Now there is a query from Ambika. Does examiner expects to do calculation for logarithms? Ambika, you must understand the principles of logarithms here. You should know the concepts of logarithms. The log-based question may be tested in your examination. In previous years, there has been a question based on the concepts of logarithms. But similar types of questions is also given in the practice manual of all course. Another query is also from Ambika. Sir, in case of learning curve problem, index will be given in question always. Ambika, to solve a particular problem of learning curve, you have to either follow the concepts of learning curve ratio, or you can compute through learning curve formula. But formula, if it requires you to use learning curve concept, the same will be provided to you. Or if you have given the log figures also, then you have to link the log figures with particular index to use a particular formula. To gain better conceptual understanding, you may refer old course practice manual. There are 3 questions. You may practice from there. You will get good understanding of concept from there. Students, any other issue or query you may discuss? Welcome, Ambika. Students, any other query? Please share your queries. Students, here I want to discuss one